Now let's start with the third part of the book. Third part of the book is saying how to win people to your way of thinking. Chapter 1, the author is saying you cannot win an argument. And further, he is saying the only way to get the best of an argument is to avoid it. Because as soon as you get into an argument, then the second person or the other person is feeling, offensed. That is the reason you are getting into an argument. Like you both are not ready to agree on a common point. So the second person is feeling offended. That why the second person is not listening my point of view. So never get into an argument. The best way to end an argument is to avoid it. Second, a man convinced against his will is still of the same opinion. So I'm a mind-blowing line. These are author is saying even if you're able to convince the second person logically and every possible way in the world, you are able to convince the second person that you are right and he's wrong. Even then he will not believe you. He will agree that okay you are right, but he will in heart he will not believe it, because in heart he still believes that he is right, because it is a human nature. The human nature never accepts defeat. So in his heart he still believes that he is right and you are wrong. So avoid argument at any cost. The second chapter of this book is second chapter of the third part is a sure way of making enemies and how to avoid it. Show respect for the other person's opinion. Never say you are wrong. So this is the way of making friends. An easiest way of making friends is never say them that you are wrong. Even if you have to criticize them and even if you have to say them that you are wrong, then never say them in the blunt language that you are wrong. As soon as you say them that as you are wrong, then they go into the defensive mode, trying to justify themselves. And as soon as they go into that justification mode, you have lost the chance of convincing the people to your side to come to your side. So you don't have to say that you are wrong. You have to say, if you have to say you are wrong, then find some other way. Now third chapter is if you are wrong, admit it. This is a very good principle. A leader always follow by example. So if you are wrong, then admit it. Even if you're in front of your colleagues, in front of your 100 employees, or whatever the situation is, if you are wrong, then accept it. I've seen many great leaders who, if for a guest lecture, if they come even 5 to 10 minutes late, then they first apologize that sorry for coming late. This is the attitude of the great people. So as soon as they apologize in front of the complete theater, where thousands of people are sitting, he automatically is getting appreciation. That oh my God, every person is saying oh my God, he's so humble. He's apologizing for coming late. So as soon as that feeling comes, these people are automatically started liking you. So you have won their heart even before you have finished your lecture. Like chapter 4 is saying a drop of honey, question mark. What the author means here is begin in a friendly way. So to become a good conversationalist, you always have to begin. You should have to begin with a friendly tone, like asking, "Hello, friends. How are you?" This is a common thing. In chapter 5, he's saying the secret of Socrates. He's telling the Dale Carnegie is giving the secret of Socrates. He's saying, get the other person saying yes, yes immediately. Oh my God, this is the mind-blowing principle. I've applied this principle in my life. What this principle is saying, suppose you have a particular situation, and you know that your boss or whatever the second person, whosoever is the second person, is going to reject this thing. So what you have to do is you break down that thing into small portions. You break down those things in such a way that those small portions are such that your boss cannot say no to them. A first yes, like if there is a problem and you have divided that into 10 parts, so first 6 or 7 parts should be so easy, so convincing to your boss or to the second person that he cannot say no to them. And as soon as as soon as you get the first yes, then the cycle of positivity goes on. Your the second person, when the second person is saying the first yes, then what you have to do is go to the second step. Then mold the situation like this, that the second person started saying yes again. Then third step. So what happens in this scenario is the person is getting constant positive, that he's saying yes, yes, yes to everything. So at the time, by the time you will reach at the end of your situation, he is in a 90% mode to say yes. I don't know how this works, but this is human psychology. I've tried this while applying to leaves. I've tried this thing to my boss, and it really works wonders. Now, second, chapter 6 is the safety wall in handling complaints. Let the other person do a great deal of the talking. Now, in a in customer care centers, people are getting a lot of complaints about any company. Take it, Amazon or any companies there, Samsung. People are complaining a lot about that they are getting a lot of problems. So the customer care center is full of complaints. So how to deal with those complaints is you have to let the other people talk first. As soon as the second person is talking, he's releasing his tension after buying that product. If he's not happy with that, and he's releasing the tension, then don't interrupt him. As if you interrupt him, then you will break the flow, and as soon as you break the flow, you will lose the customer. This is the golden rule. What is the Dale Carnegie saying? That listen to the other persons, let the other person talk, and as soon as you talk, as soon as the other person finish talking, then you can give the suggestions that, sir, we can do this thing for you, we can do this thing for you. Now coming to seventh chapter, how to get cooperation. Author is saying, let the other person feel that the idea is his or hers. I mean, these words are again the golden words. Amazing book. What is saying that if you want some person to work, to get to to do some work, you want to work him for you, then make him believe that the idea on which he is working, or the work on which he is working, is his idea or hers idea. As soon as the person feels that this the work I am doing is my idea, the complete picture changes, the complete perspective, the complete philosophy, or the complete psychology of human changes. The person who is not willing to cooperate before, because in the earlier situation, because the idea is yours, as soon as as soon as he realizes that the idea is his, he gets the feeling of importance. And as previously, as soon as you get the feeling of importance generated in the second person, he is all yours. You can mold him the way you want. Now second, the eighth chapter, the formula that works wonder for you. Try honestly to see things from other person's point of view. Another, the same thing is there, that you should be able to view both points, your view point of view, and the second person point of view, and then decide accordingly which one is best for you. Now chapter 9, what everybody wants. This is $1 million question, man. What everybody wants, every person in this every person in this world wants sympathy, because every person in this world is suffering from one pain or other, or one situation or the other, where he's complaining that his life is miserable, or something, his boss is not happy, or something, his kids are not listening, his wife is not listening, or they are having fight in the family. So what the other person wants is sympathy. Author is saying the same thing. Be sympathetic with the other person's ideas and desires. As soon as you show sympathy to them, they are all yours. Chapter 10 of this part third is an appeal that everybody likes. Is appeal to nobler motives. What the author means in this is listen to the other person's story, as the previous point. Uh, Now chapter 11 is the movies do it, TV does it. Why don't you do it? Dramatize your idea. What the author means the author means do something to gather attention, not in a bad way, but in a polite way. You have to gather attention of your boss, or any second person with whom you want to, you have some certain situation, you are facing some problem, then you have to present your problem or your situation in such a way that it gathers attention of the second person. As soon as you are able to gather the attention of the second person, you are able to generate an interest in the second person. And interest means that the second person wants to listen to you. And as soon as the second person wants to listen to you, then you won the game. Now, the chapter 12 of the third part is when nothing else works, try this. To stimulate competition. What the author means is this: when everything is failing, you don't think how to handle a particular team or how to handle a particular situation, then this is the golden formula. What Carnegie is saying, he is saying that generate a feeling of competition, generate them, tell the employees that this is your responsibility, that I was expecting this much from you, and you should be at this level, and you are currently at this level, and if you work hard and if you work accordingly to my plans, or you can make them believe that these are your plans as previously told, then you can reach from here to here in no time. That feeling of competition will generate, work wonders for many people, because as soon as they same thing, as soon as they feel important, that I have to reach there, this is a competition, so they start working very effectively. Now, part 4 of this book is Be a Leader, How to Change People Without Giving Offense or Arousing Resentment. Chapter 1 is saying if you must find fault, then this is the way to begin. Begin with praise and honest appreciation, the golden rules. There are many situations when you have to, point out the faults in the second person. And as I previously told, then don't be blunt in your viewpoint. If you have to criticize a person, then begin with the praise and with honest appreciation. What do you mean by this? It means that if a person is not working, then you have to tell him or her or them that Mr. XYZ, you are good in this, you are good in this, you are good in this, and you should do this. And as soon as they listen to this point, they start they feel that they are important, their work is being considered important. So as soon as the feeling of importance came, then the whole cycle follows. As I'm telling in the previous in this video, throughout the video, that as soon as the person feels that he is important, then the complete cycle of positivity can go. The second chapter is how to criticize and not get hated for. The author is saying call attention to people's mistakes indirectly. Every person has a self-respect, and if a boss is tarnishing that self-respect, then the people won't be able to go for him. Every person wants the self-respect, everybody wants recognition. So if you have to point out their mistakes, then do them indirectly. Don't tell them directly. Do them in a indirect way, not in front of the complete 100 employees of you what you have. You can tell them secretly. You have to tell them indirectly, basically. A third chapter talks about is talk about your own mistakes first. What the author wants to say is, as the great leaders, lead by example. So if the first in the second chapter or third chapter, the author was saying that admit your mistakes. This is the continuation of that part. That talk about your mistakes first. When the great leaders talk about their mistakes first, then you inspire the common people, because they think that he's also like us. He started like us when we are making mistakes, and one day we will reach there at that point. So you are inspiring them. So admit your mistakes and talk about them. The chapter 4 is no one likes to take orders. Ask questions instead of giving direct orders. This is another golden rule. Nobody wants to take orders from anyone. Everybody wants to work on his own terms. So you don't have to give them orders. You just have to question them. But what is the status of that report? You don't have to give the order. You are just asking what is the status of the report. This is a perfect example when working in a corporate scenario, that a lot of time people ask what is the status of the work. And this is the perfect way to ask. Now the chapter 5th is let the other person save face. And the chapter 6 is how to spur people on success. Chapter 6, the author is saying praise the slightest improvement and praise every improvement. No matter how much small the work your employees are doing or second person is doing, you have to praise them wholeheartedly. These small appreciation will build the building blocks of gaining the trust of the people with whom you are working. Now chapter 7 is saying give a dog a good name. Give the other person a fine reputation to live up to. Like when you suppose in a corporate environment, you having 50 people working under you, and you want that people cooperate you, then give them specific roles, give them key positions, give them the at least give them the name of the position. If you are not able to give them key position, then change the title of their post. As soon as you change the title of the post, they feel important, and as soon as they feel important, then the complete cycle follows. Chapter 8 is make the fault seem easy to correct. Use encouragement. Never criticize. Even if they are your employees or the second person is not working properly, never criticize them. Make them feel that this is the common thing everybody is doing, and these mistakes are easy to correct. So encourage them that you can correct these mistakes. In the last chapter, the author is saying, making people glad to know what you want. That make the other persons happy about doing the things you suggest. Okay, so this is the book summary. I hope you like it. I tried to cover all the points in this book. This book is really amazing. Everybody should purchase it. It's not very costly. But for all those viewers who are not able to purchase it, I'm here for giving a book summary. I'll be uploading a video soon, so you will be hearing from me. Thanks for watching my video. If you like my video, then please share it among your friends. Share it on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, whatever the place you like. Share it, because my motto of this channel is to make people educate without purchasing any books. So I am purchasing a book. I will be giving the book summaries to you, so you can lead a better life. Okay, so a small request for all those viewers who are the first time viewers of my channel, then please subscribe, like, share this video as much as you can.